Welcome to the 9 to 5 Chic Podcast. My name is Taylor Bob, and I will be helping young professionals develop and maneuver their way through the workforce and entrepreneurship. You are your brand, so let's strategize. In today's episode, I will be talking about the power of you, allowing your unique gifts to make room for you. Now, we do hold a lot of power, you guys, and we have to know how to use those powers. So God gives us these gifts, whether that's natural gifts, whether that's spiritual gifts. These are gifts that can ultimately fulfill us and also fulfill our purpose in life. And I'm going to start off with a Bible scripture, which is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 16. It states, "A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men." Now, I do love this Bible verse because it's truly telling us if we use those talents, if we use those gifts, that God will open up doors and He will open up those opportunities and gives us special privilege. And those opportunities that we never thought could ever happen to us may happen whenever we're actually using our talents and God-given gifts. So I really do love this topic because I feel like this is where everything begins. You have to know who you are. You have to know what your gifts and your talents are, and you have to know how to use them in the world. And I'm learning as I get older that you don't only use your gifts and your talents as a hobby. You can also use it in the workforce and even being an entrepreneur. So some of those God-given talents that I've been given is that I can dance. So that's a natural talent. I can somewhat sing, so I guess I can say that's a natural talent as well. But I also have those spiritual gifts and talents that were given to me by God. God really uses me to help people and to start a YouTube channel and to actually give tips on how I do things. Now, that is something I'm extremely passionate about. I love being the go-to person. I love answering questions, and I love to really help people. And, I have that faith and that encouragement, and I love to encourage others, all while receiving encouragement as well. So those are just some of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about today, because this is truly important. And a lot of us in corporate, we feel like we can't really use our God-given talents when we're enclosed in a small cubicle. It's like, what do we do? How do we be creative and things like that? But I've learned how to take that and I've learned how to turn it around. So I've actually learned how to use my great funny personality to actually brighten up the place, use your creativity in projects. Maybe you know how to do something a little different than they've been doing it before in the past. It's always good to use your gifts and use your talents. That way you always feel fulfilled, because a lot of people go home and then wake up and then go to work and then come back home and then they still not happy. So you want to make sure that you're using those gifts that God gave you to truly fulfill your purpose. Now, I know a lot of people come out of college and they're like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm good at. I don't know what I'm good at. So first, you're going to have to actually create that relationship with whoever you believe in. I do believe in God, so I do depend on God to give me some direction, give me some clarity on things. And I just move from there, and I just use what God gave me, and I just try to make the best of it every day to live my happiest and my best life. So now I want to get into actually gifts. So your gifts could be used as a good thing, and your gifts could be used as a bad thing. So we want to make sure that we're using those God-given gifts and talents as a good thing. We don't want to use our gifts to bribe people or to be sneaky or to do this and do that. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we're using our gifts and we're using that power in a positive way. We don't want to use anything in a negative way, because then you're not truly fulfilling your purpose that God actually gave you. So there are favors and privileges and things like that you actually will get, and you have to know how to receive those things out of love and compassion and not hate and spite and things like that. So the second point I want to make is that your gift will make a way for you in life. You will find purpose. You will find contentment in your work. You will just do great things in life, but you have to let your gifts actually make that space for you. You can't create your gift. God already made us unique. He already gave us those gifts and those talents. Before we knew we could dance and we could be the smartest person in the class, God knew that already because he's the one who gave us those God-given gifts. And so I do also want to mention too about just education. And, I know a lot of us, we think, we're going to school, we got our bachelor's, now we're going for our master's, now we're going for our doctorate. At the end of the day, yes, we're getting more knowledge. Yes, that's a great thing to have. But that is not the only thing that is good. And that is not the only thing that creates success. But what actually creates success is whenever we use those gifts and those talents that were actually given to us. So the gift makes room for you, not your education, not because, I know him over there, I got the hookup, I got the connection. No, your gift is going to make room for you. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say today, just to kind of open up the podcast, open up the floor. You guys let me know what you want to hear, truly hear some feedback on this. Do you feel like you are allowing your unique gifts to make room for you now at this point in your life? I feel like it's 2020 and I know a lot of things are changing and time is moving really, really fast. So before you set any major goals, make sure you write down your gifts that you have, whether that's, like I said, natural gifts or whether you have those spiritual gifts. Think about, oh my God, this is helping people. Maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that, and kind of just let your ideas flow. And who knows, like even one day, your gifts and your talents could eventually pay you, and I do get monetization on YouTube. So I do get paid from helping people doing what I love. And I remember, making less than 1 cent on YouTube at one point, and now I'm making hundreds. So it's totally different when you just let go and let God and just trust in yourself. So I think before you can be great at anything, you truly have to allow your unique gifts to make room for you. So this wraps it up for episode 1 on the 9 to 5 Chick Podcast. I hope you guys enjoy, and please leave me some feedback. You can also follow the 9 to 5 Chick on Instagram for more updates and to keep up with us. So be sure to like and also share this podcast, and I'll see you guys next time.